But I continue to tell residents all the time, because you have residents that are like, we don't want to be in the limelight all the time, right? They say, we don't want you guys to argue. We want you all to get along, and we want you all to shed a more positive light on the village. And that's our goal, stepping in. But it's hard when you have someone that'll look you dead in your face and just lie.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Slippery Junk. Theme on the come on music. So, guys, as you know, we're back on our favorite person, Tiffany Henyard, the mayor of the great city of Dalton. Unfortunately, we don't have very much positive news to cover about her because we don't know her for doing anything nice. We know her for doing everything wrong, like attacking people on the trustee board, overspending money, and making blatant lies on people. Now, one of those people is actually Mr. Larry Gardner. Stop the show. And I actually owe this guy a very big apology because Tiffany Henyard tried to ruin his business, which I did know that. But she even came out with some body cam footage saying that he was having illegal parties at a particular office, which he wasn't. I made a pretty shitty video with bad judgment, kind of saying that, hey, this guy is a fraud from the body cam footage. But no, she lied about that too. I want to give that brother an apology from the bottom of my heart because I was actually wrong on that. But one person that I'm not wrong on is Tiffany Henyard. Yes, Tiffany Henyard is as low as it gets. And we also have found this out from a trustee who just did an exciting interview about the life of Tiffany Henyard by the name of Brittany Norwood. Rewind, Nemo! Brittany Norwood has been a trustee at least since 2021, soon as Tiffany Henyard became mayor. So they both started around the same time in 2021. Tiffany Henyard going from trustee to mayor, and Brittany Norwood going from citizen to trustee. But things were okay at first. But then they weren't, because even Kiana Belcher noticed something was interesting during the campaign.
But you know how sometimes you can always see somebody who they really are, but you try to ignore it?
Yeah.
The signs were there. The signs had been there in the beginning, through the campaign.
That's right. She could notice that something was going wrong with Tiffany Henyard. But stop the show. Rewind! But they should have saw evidence of that when she was a trustee. Outbursts like this are really remarkable.
That's all you want.
Right.
Cut your side. Speak.
Right.
You know.
We can pass on this? Sure we can.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
You would be quiet and listen to what I'm saying. You would have heard my statement that I just said.
We're going to ask for a motion.
Okay, well, I got a comment. Well, now don't take the roll call just because you want to be quiet now.
No.
And we can override you.
Okay. You're out of order, trust.
Million.
They can leave.
I can. 236,000.
You're out of order. And that's the problem.
She the man.
Pay attention. Wake up, resident.
But again, somehow, some way, she gets voted in as mayor, and the rest is history. The worst history on earth. And Brittany Norwood talks about it in the video with Mr. Edward Steve. Now, the first problem that Tiffany Henyard has had is, number one, overspending the budget, not giving any accountability of the budget. According to Edward Steve, once she got into the city of Dalton as the mayor, the city had a surplus on the budget.
Because at the time, she said we want to pass this budget, and the other trustees were like, of course we're not increasing a budget by $2 million the first year. Why so much, right? And I was like, well, you know what, guys? You all are just not approaching her the right way. You know, I was like, you just need me to go in and talk to her a nice way, and that's it. And boy, was I in for a surprise. When I met with her, everything was fine until we got to the budget. So I said to her, I said, well, hey, Mayor, you at this time we'll just say $1.5 million for the sake of facts. I said, you want to raise the budget by $1.5 million. I said, how about we meet halfway? So instead of $1.5 million, you want to go an entire $1.5 million. We were more comfortable with what we've been spending the prior years, which is about $22 million. And I said, well, I'm new, but my common sense tells me that normally when you're dealing with budgets, you go based on your prior spending, right? That's even how we go about it in our household. So I said, well, let's meet halfway. Instead of $1.5 million, let's meet in the middle. And she said, well, you know, I don't think you understand how this goes. So I said, well, there's no way you compromise? She said, no. She said, you don't understand that mayors, the governors, the presidents, they all make the rules and everybody else just follows.
So they started giving her the things that she wanted, but then she got upset when they didn't want to give her everything. She doesn't want to compromise. So Brittany Norwood made a suggestion. She's going to go and talk to the mayor about the compromise. But what happened?
We need this. We need these items. We need these items. So just vote on it. Don't ask any questions. And hey, you know, and if you don't, I'm just going to tell the residents that you don't want them to have the services. So you cannot vote on it if you want to, but I'm going to tell them that you're the reason why they don't have a light on the block or why their tree isn't cut. And we're like, no, we need to explain to them that you not prioritizing the spending.
That's right. The mayor didn't want to compromise. Then what did the mayor start to do? Whenever the trustees were shooting things down because the mayor kept taking them into debt because of her extravagant spending, she started to do this.
You realize I was on the board during COVID. What our finance people did during COVID was reduce the spending. They had furlough days because they didn't know how the money's gonna come in from what happened with COVID. So when she got in a little bit after COVID, she inherited a surplus and money. And so I was a department head for 4 years, and I used to have to present my budget to the trustees. So you would say to the trustees, I want A, B, C, and D. They would look at the budget and say, okay, you want this, you're gonna get A. You can't get B and C because we ain't got the money. But when she got in, there was a surplus of money. We got a new fire truck, new police officers, new firefighters, new public works equipment, paving the parking lot in public works. This is stuff that we voted for.
We voted for it.
We said, she's the new mayor. We're gonna start off new. The money's here. Let's give it to her. Let's vote for this stuff to get it done. And we gave her 95% when she won our first budget. She made a big stink out of the 5% we said, let's hold off on this.
That's right. The mayor started lying, okay? And trying to attack the trustees. She attacked the trustees the same way on the Roland Martin show. Listen to this.
You have other trustees who suggested that the city is in a deficit. What is the state of the city's finances?
So we are in a deficit, but it's not what everybody's claiming it to be. They're going around with false allegations of $5 million, $7 million, $8 million. It's all false. Our deficit is $2 million.
$2 million.
$2 million.
And what's your annual budget?
Our annual budget is $30 million.
$3 million? $30 million.
Yep.
And so what led to that deficit?
So it comes from them not paying bills. So say for instance, we have a board meeting and they say, well, we're gonna pull this out, pull that out. If they continue to pull bills out, later on, what do you have? A deficit, because the bills still due. Just like us not paying our mortgage or not paying our light bill. We still owe the money at the end of the month.
When you say they, who's they?
The trustees, the board, because the board is the one that votes to pay the bills.
And then there was a Christmas promo that she was doing. Just like Edward Stevens said, she's gonna tell the city of Dothan the trustees didn't want to give you the Christmas tree. Let's play the clip.
Hi, I'm Mayor Tiffany Henyard, the People's Mayor.
And I'm Trustee Andrew Holmes.
Happy holidays from the Village of Dalton. We are here at the Ice Arena in Dalton on 144th in Greenwood. We are currently putting down a pad for your Christmas tree. Yes, your Christmas tree. I stated last night that we should pay for the Christmas tree, but the 5 board of trustee members chose to take it out and not provide you with a tree. So me and Drew made it possible. We made it happen. We made sure that you will have a tree for your families to come in the door here in the Village of Dalton. Every other community has trees. Why can't us? Why do we have to always go to someone else's community to enjoy the beautification of their neighborhoods when we can beautify our own neighborhood here? So please come out this Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. right here on 144th and Greenwood, where we will light the Christmas tree. And we got a ton of festivities here going out for you.
And as you can see, we're still laying groundwork, even with so much negative, but look at all the positive. Come down Greenwood. I say Greenwood, not Chicago, not South Holland, and not Evergreen. Come down and see what we're doing in Dalton down Greenwood. The work will continue.
Yes, and remember, our work speaks for itself. And remember, Tiffany Henyard cares. And I love y'all, and nothing y'all can do about it. Ah!
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
But in all actuality, here's the truth about that Christmas tree.
At the Village of Dalton Tree Lighting, Mayor Tiffany Henyard said this.
And that is a tree lighting. As you know, the Board of Trustees said no to this right here.
That's not the truth. This is what the board said no to. The mayor attempted to order a Christmas tree from Rent-A-Christmas in New Rochelle, New York for $50,285.19. The board refuses to allow this administration to spend the taxpayers' money irresponsibly when the last finance report in October shows the village has a $3.4 million deficit. We cannot afford irresponsible spending in Dalton. The residents deserve transparency without being misled by lies. Help us continue to fight for what is right in our community. Support your trustees.
Yeah, she never told you. That's right. That, you know what? That Christmas tree cost $50,000. But oh yeah, what about that trip to Las Vegas, Brittany?
There's some serious allegations that came out about the Vegas trip. After she spent all that money in Vegas, took all them people in Vegas, you did an interview with NBC5 about the report that you read about the allegations that happened. Do you have anything to say about that?
I just like to say, from a woman, doing Women's Month, right? It was I was extremely sad by the events that took place, or the alleged events that took place. It was sad. It was sad to watch. It was sad to hear. And it just puts me in a place where, as a woman on the board, it brings me back to the saying that I always tell other trustees, and that's no one is coming to save us.
That's right. That is right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, taking that money to Vegas and tricking it off on the town's budget, that was pretty smart thing to do. Again, Tiffany Henyard, just destroying everything that you touch. And again, to Mr. Larry Gardner, who's been having problems out there in Dalton. Again, I don't want anybody to believe that the video I made about him having alleged parties there where, you know, women were doing strange things. That's not actually true. And he has been terrorized by the lady. So I want to basically, again, give my strongest apologies to that guy for the tape. I said some things about him being dusty and all of that, and he's not dusty. He's a grandfather. He's a person that's a business owner. I was just poking some fun at the fact that he had that party there. But again, according to him, that party is legal. So again, it's my fault on that. Yeah, and Tiffany Henyard is a liar. So she's going around causing trouble wherever she goes, lying on people like him and everything else. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.